Chat. Chat, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I have the mic in. I have the mic in. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Okay, welcome in, welcome in. The fuck is on your biscuit? Gravy. Honestly, I never liked gravy. I always felt like it was just very watery and like very watery and very heavy. Like it really grosses me out, to be honest. Like I'm remembering it now. I'm remembering it now. And my grandpa, dude, he was a really good cook, really good chef, really like he made great chili, made all sorts of great things. But gravy, bro, gravy from anywhere. Anywhere is just nasty. Anyway, happy Sunday. And the oh, don't even get me started on the Dr. Pimple Pop. Distracted. Y'all are too distracting. Happy Sunday. Hey, chat. I haven't even, look, 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 look. I have literally the last time I saw y'all was Valentine's Day. I hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day. Okay. We're gonna keep our Valentine's Day deck and our hearts up for the rest of February because we love pink and we love love. Period. And that's just what we do. Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying out a new skincare mask. The last one I did was the Sailor Moon one. And y'all, I saved it. I did. I literally taped on the bottom. And that was a 10 out of 10. That was a 10 out of 10. She was. I loved her very much. She did us right. And I did my y'all, I painted her without you. I painted the little bee Valentine. She's very sweet. I like how she turned out too. Sweet. With the easel. But we are listening to the OPALITE remixes, and they are so good. They're literally so good. We listened to the Chris Lake one, and we listened to the Scream one. And really the snippets, I was saying, the snippets do not do it justice. The snippets on TikTok really don't. Because I thought like, oh, this is definitely my favorite one. Oh, those are like good, but I don't know. But then hearing the full out remix, you really get into the vibe of it, and it's totally different. And you change which ones you like. Like I'm not even sure which one is my favorite now. I thought definitely the Eli Oaks one was my favorite, but I'm not even sure now. Bitch, I don't know. But we're on the bunt one right now. We're on the bunt one. I bitch. All right. Let me get the face mask. I thought there was something else. I thought there was something else I had to tell y'all. It was just there was a lot. I feel like there was a lot of holidays, but like, were they real? I know there was Ash Wednesday and I think Ramadan after Valley Day. It just feels like there's a lot. And it's Black History Month, so it's like there's a lot of different things going on. And then I had a personal uh, holiday too to acknowledge. It's just a lot. February is a short month for there to be so many. Oh yeah, and Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras, bitch. Okay, I celebrated with a baklava iced coffee. It was, yeah. Huh? Oh, y'all are wild. Hey, did anybody in the chat have any king cake? I feel like I haven't even seen any. Like I saw a lot last year, but not this year. But for those of you who know what king cake is, because I know it's mostly like Louisiana, Texas thing. I don't like other states don't really know about it. It's basically like it's a type of cake, like a donut cake with icing and sprinkles, and they hide a little baby in it, and whoever gets the baby is supposed to be the lucky person. Which now I feel like it means more of like a fertility thing, but like also abundance, luck in all areas. Yeah. But it used to be so funny because we would be afraid to eat the baby. And it's like, you're gonna eat the baby. All cannibal status, bro. What Kesha say? Cannibal, cannibal. Yeah, that's what it was like. It was like a little cherub, though, with little angel wings and whatnot. Very cute. Very cute. But it has different colors, too. The colors are mostly purple, gold, and green. And it comes from France, like the French when they came over into America and were in Louisiana, hello, and the Louisiana Purchase and all that, and with their slavery and whatnot that they brought. Um, but it's like the Catholic tradition. They would have Mardi Gras and Fat Tuesday and then Dolge before Ash Wednesday and Lent and all that. I gave up a week of my phone though. That's where I was for the week. I gave up a week of my phone and I was exploring and living life and doing all sorts of stuff. Okay? It was a nice vacay. It was. It took a lot of pressure and stress off. They'll do that for you. Because the phones really are like, they keep you distracted and trapped in like a certain state. Like people get trapped in their egos and the past and just distraction. And so being without it was really good for my internal self to kind of just gather my being, my thoughts, my feelings, and whatnot. That was my sabbatical. Yeah. No, it was a good break. It was a good break. I definitely recommend, if you're able to do that, because most people are. Like you are. We have some type of other device. Like you have a phone. I mean, like you have things other than your phone. Like you have a laptop, an iPad. Like you usually have the same routine each day. You know, you don't really need it. You can work around it. But it's just a thought. Yeah. F around and find out. Explore. Explore a whole new being, a whole new side. It gives very much goddess energy because you get to be just with yourself and with your thoughts and feelings and nature and wherever you are, just be fully present rather than interlocked in the virtual world. It's a whole different universe. Also, chat, I'm about to put y'all on for real, because remember when I told you, okay, went on the dollar store journey, and I was like, oh, I got these couple things, like, I'll let you know if they work out, if they're good, like, you know, if they really are tea. Bitch, these bronzer drops, like, no, wait, I feel like I shouldn't, look, now I'm like, wait, maybe I should gatekeep, ah! Okay, but chat, okay, look, it's a secret, it's our secret, y'all, this between us, don't go telling everybody, because then it'll disappear. Remember that toilet paper in COVID disappeared? Okay, that's what'll happen, this will disappear, okay, and we don't want that happening, we want to keep it, we need it in stock, okay, because these bronzer drops from the Dollar Tree are nothing to play with, bitch. I'm like, they really work. They really work. They really work. I was shook. I was shook when I put it on. I was like, oh my God, this is literally like tanning lotion. And I had cleaned out stuff and threw away all my self tanner. And literally, this is little self tanner in a little bottle for freaking like $1.75, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I, used to spend 30, $50 on that stuff. Like, I don't know. That wasn't a cheer. That was a $1.75 to make your face so. And that's a code. Okay, but you're welcome, chat. You're welcome for putting y'all on. Look, you don't have to believe me. I'm gonna show y'all. You don't have to believe me. I'm gonna show y'all. And even if it's not, because you can. At first, when I put it on, I was a little scared. I was a little scared because it came on really, really dark, and it took me. I had a little bit of flashbacks to the first times I ever got spray tans and whatnot. It was a little bit. I was a little bit worried, but you can thin it out with the moisturizer and whatnot, and so it gets lighter like that. I was really proud of it. It really gave. Yeah. Okay. Now this face mask, this is another Korean skincare face mask, but what I really need is the hydration. And it is vitamin hydrogel melting mask with lemon extract, niacinamide, and vitamin complex. 2 hours. Wait, hold on. We're not keeping this on for 2 hours now. 34 grams of highly concentrated, this is really detailed, essence gel type that adheres without popping up, making the face brighten with liposome method-based vitamins and smooth dead skin cells with apple cider vinegar. Okay. Bottom sheet. Attached for 2 hours. Okay. Chat, we're not keeping this on for 2 hours. We're not keeping this on for 2 hours. We might, I do tend to get carried away, so we might keep it on a little bit long. But 2 hours? Hell no. No, 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 no. No way. Because, oh, I have, oh. Okay, wait. Let's do it. Right, hold on, wait a minute. I do have, also, for y'all that are into cheeses, I have been dabbling in cheese lately, and I never thought I was into cheese like that. But brie cheese, I found out I actually like it. I thought I didn't, but I found out I do. A nice brie. I was making my own little trail mixes as I was going out on my journeys, and I would put the brie cheese, pecans, and just like grapes or what else? Just random, like, you know, whatever you find. But it was like grapes, pecans, brie cheese. What the heck? I forgot what else I was putting in, to be honest. Wait a minute. This is so weird. Why is it like this? Oh, this is freaky. Oh, this is freaky. This literally looks like cheese. This literally looks like slices of cheese on some plastic, like the craft singles that you pull off. Oh my God. Yo, my lips are so dry too. She didn't even put the Vaseline on yet. We were getting into, okay. This is freaky. I've never used a face mask like this. I feel like, what's that serial killer, like the slaughterhouse guy? Is it the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Where he goes around like making face masks out of people's skin? That's what this is giving. But like it's kind of comfy. Oh, okay. Does it give how am I supposed to talk? Does it give like a Barbie? Like low key? This is kind of cool. I feel like this is giving something. Okay. Take off the eye pieces. We took off the lip piece. Let's take off the eye piece. Okay. Shit. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, this is so weird. Relax the eyes. Relax the eyes. Relax the eyes. I feel like I'm literally putting cheese slices on my face. You know what really freaked me out? I'm gonna tell y'all this. There was I went in this, not too long ago, I went in this market, new market type of store. It was kind of like a Costco, but you didn't need a membership. And I forget, it's called Gordon's. I don't know if it I don't know if it literally had to do with like, I feel like I'm making this up. I don't know if it had to do with Gordon Ramsay or not, or if it was literally just named Gordon's. But oh my god. But this is so this is so like y'all, I've never seen a face mask like this. Like it's literally like slimy cheese skin on the face. I can't stop playing with it though. Like it's very, what's the word? Very sensory. Very sensory. It's like the slimy playthings that you play with for the hands, but for your face. Okay, so I went in that market though, right? And I stepped back into their meats area. And literally they had the meats like it was a freezer. I don't know if all grocery stores have this, but it was just the first time I had personally ventured and seen this. And I stepped into the meat freezer and they had the meats like cows. That's what I pictured. Like meats just hanging because it really was like the bodies of meat like just hanging from the chains in the frozen meat locker. And so I think y'all, it's because literally, like I said, it's giving Leatherface, it's giving Slaughterhouse, like it's giving Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So this is what made me think of the frozen meat locker. Um, and I was just thinking like, yo, I think because well, I mean, that's America though. A lot of that is like cattle and meat and slaughterhouses and but literally where in the like where I had gone to school out in for college, like it had been out in, I don't know, those who know, like out in West Texas, like literally where they have the cotton fields and slaughterhouses and stuff. And so like that Phoebe Bridgers song, um this is the end. Okay. Um the Bible Belt, all that and whatnot. And it's just so crazy. Again, which is so wild looking back because I really don't understand how people got the things they did. Like when you read the Bible, like yeah, there's a lot of intense stuff, but like that's not what you know what I'm saying? Like that's not the whole that's not the like it's about love and hope, like I don't know where people got stuck on the like the guilt and shame and heaviness part of it. Like, I don't know how that came to be. I'm still confused. I'm still confused about it. But hey, it is what it is. To each their own. Um, I had another experience this week that reminded me of that. Just, it was like a more spiritual experience, right? I was exploring personal, like new stuff out there, more of my mystical side, and it just can get touchy when people talk about personal beliefs, and I keep forgetting that, you know, because they were coming from the more logical side of things, and I think that's really what is frustrating though from both sides is whether you're on the spiritual side or the going, the hardcore uh, church side. It's just people telling you what to believe and what to think. That is frustrating. That is what I don't like. And a lot of it, and what I don't like about it is a lot of it is logic and missing literally like the heart and the feelings. Like everybody wants to be so smart, so wise, and have an answer and understanding of everything. And they totally miss out on the feelings and the love and the heart and the emotion, which is the human true spiritual aspect. And the point of being a human and the human experience, right, is to feel feelings and to enjoy them and explore them, you know? But yeah, seeing those meats hang there in the locker, I just was like, man, this connects though, right? Because I was thinking, wow, this is really what makes people go crazy. Because imagine, like they called it, what did they call it when the pilgrims lived out on the plains and they went like stir crazy because they didn't have really anything else to do and they were just out there alone and they're like literally the Shining, Jack Nicholson, like, let me out, let me out. Like, and that's what they did out on the plains. And so it made me think like no wonder like these people were they go stir crazy in these slaughterhouses hooking these meats and literally surrounded by all this blood and cold meat and just like dead carcasses, like, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of blood, a lot of grossness, a lot, like. And then if, imagine, imagine things are tough, like at home too. Like, that's a lot of heaviness. That's where that took me. Happy Sunday. But that is what I got out of our skin mask here. But then, mind you, I went over to the dairy side and saw all the cheeses, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, wow, they must be cold up in the dairy. Like, a lot of it, I was like, a lot of this is just cows. Like, cows, everywhere cows. Whether it's meat, dairy, the farmland. And the cows are spiritual. What is it? Is it in India? I can't remember if it's India. I feel like that sounds right. Uh, India, that they appreciate the cow and cherish the cow. I gotta look more into that. I do. I do. Santo. A. A. Oh. Hey, hey. No. Not the puzzle. Dude, it's so hard to dance with a face mask on. Oh my gosh. Ends when it ends. The sky is open. What? Hey. Make your own sunshine. Now the sky is open. What? Hey. Hey. Look. Okay, wait. That was okay. That was the Bunt remix, right? This one, I like. This one I said was my favorite. This one I made the TikTok too. I don't know if it's still my favorite because they were all really good, to be honest. But look, we're sticking with our choices. This one's the rave one. This one's the rave one. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Hey, hey. Let's go. It's alright. Hey. Onyx night. Now the sky is open. Hey. Let's go, chat. Oh, what? Oh, 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 oh my God. Ooh. Hey. Hey. It's alright. Do the lightning strikes. Listen to Onyx night. Now the sky is open. Hey. Let's go. The sky is open. Hey. Oh. Oh. No, it's still my favorite. That was so hard keeping the face mask on. That was so hard keeping the face mask on, y'all, but we did it. Okay. W remix. W Eli Oaks remix. W Opalite. That was freaking awesome. No, literally, the, the, the whole time I was trying to breathe, the little cheese dangles, that's what I'm gonna call it, the little cheese dangles were going into my nose to block the air, bro. That's dedication. That's dedication. How long did we have that on? I'm gonna say, how do people keep it on for 2 hours? You'd have to like fall asleep with that thing on. I don't know. I don't know. We can try to keep the top on a little longer. Okay, y'all. Which Opalite remix was your favorite? Which Opalite remix was your favorite? The bunt one? The bunt one? A bunt no cake. A the Chris Lake one too. I think the one that most surprised me though was also the Scream remix one. I think 'cause I didn't really hear that one as much. They were nice. They were nice. Hey. 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 Get the limo out front. Hottest styles, every shoe, every color. Yeah, when you're famous, it can be kind of fun. It's really you, but no one ever discovers. Where's you're just like all your friends. On stage, you're a star. To both worlds. So I'll take it slow. Then you rock out the show. You get the best of both worlds. Sit all together. You know that it's the best of both worlds. Both worlds. Yeah! What? Hear your song on the radio. Oh, living two lives is a little weird. But school's cool 'cause nobody knows. Get to be a small town girl, but big time when you play your guitar. I'll take you slow, then you rock out the show. Get the best of both worlds. Sit all together, know that it's the best of both worlds. Worlds. Part is that you get to be whoever you want to be. Best of both. You have the best of both. Oh, thought that a girl like me, but double life a superstar. Best of both worlds. Take it slow, then you rock out the show. Hey, mix it all together. Know that it's the best of both. Hey, the shapes in the hair, you can go anywhere. Hey, mix it all together. Oh yeah, It's so much better, cause you know you got the best of both worlds. Oh! Look. Than just your average girl. Show the world the talk. This girl just wants to rock. Hey, well, I'm not like anyone. Hey, my rest in all the magazines. Hey, cool as ice or anything I wanna be. Who said? I said that I know I can. Who said? I said you ain't seen nothing yet. Hey. As a voice, I do it my own way. And sweet the radio. Hey, dedicated, girl, out of control. Who said? I say that I know I can. Who said? I say time is on my side. Who said? I say time is on my side. Who said? I say I can have it all. Who said? I say who said? I say time is on my side. You ain't saying nothing yet. Oh! Yeah! Yeah! Let's go! Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can series that... Let's go! Hannah Montana was not playing, bro. Hannah Montana was not playing. Not a bit. Oh, it was literally just my fan. Hey. 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 And we literally F around and find out. Dude. She said, I said, who said? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my god. So I keep sucking up. I keep sucking up the freaking mask. To be honest though, I feel like we've kept it on longer than I thought I would be able to. No, it's literally, I've never used this one before. It's not my skin. Okay. Freaking yes. Oh, no, W. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. No, literally, it's the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana, and we have been celebrating it, and y'all just coming back to it, bro. She was not playing. I shared some of the art from one of my favorite IG accounts over on my Instagram, and literally they've been doing such good ones, and they did some Hannah Montana ones last night, and it really spoke to me, and I loved it so much. If y'all aren't following me over on IG, Wonton on all platforms. The link is in my bio, babe. It is. Yes, girlies. Girlies. We love. Okay. Speaking of, okay, I'm done with the mask, y'all. I'm done with the mask. I feel like it did give something. And if anything, it was still fun textually to touch. Sensory explore. In fact, I still am very much enjoying it. I feel like I've delved into all of the different Korean skincare masks and sides at this point. It's just such a broad spectrum when people say it. Like I feel like there's got to be like certain, like how people do all those different, you know what I'm saying, like med spa stuffs. Literally, I'm just playing with the thing. Okay. But yeah. W's. So I wanted to show y'all though that when I was on my exploration this week, my fan. When I was on my exploration this week, I found, so I went to the library, I found these books, but also I went to the bookstore by that one by this cafe, local cafe that I went to and had the baklava coffee, and I got these. I found they had these Harry Potter stickers. They were literally 25 cents for each sticker, and they had them shipped from like this place that was not even from here. Like it was overseas somewhere, and out of the U.S. And they're literally 25 cents each. And I was like, wow, we got lucky. We got lucky. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all the stickers. I'm gonna show y'all the stickers. It took me forever, y'all. It took me forever going through the stickers. You know, I was sitting there going one by one, like looking at every sticker, deciding like which one I had to get because there were so many. And so I was like, which ones am I gonna get and can I live without? It was hard. It was hard. It was hard. But okay, I'm gonna show y'all. So I got this one, of course, because, okay, cute and like OG. Cute and OG. W's. Like it gives girly, but also true to the original Harry Potter. I loved that. Okay. And then, you know what? I was thinking, because I was going to put it on my laptop, but now I'm kind of like, also our sticker book. ¿Por qué no estos? ¿Por qué no estos? No, we'll do the laptop. We'll do the laptop. We'll do the laptop. I don't know why I was playing. Okay. But then it gives so this one was hard because there were a couple of different lion ones, but I liked this lion because it gives also like series of unfortunate events, lemony snickets. Like it just gives like the like punk, like ratty tatty lion, like you know the vibe that Sirius is, and like you know the vibe of the outcast, but also Leo the lion, like being your whole self confidently and your inherent worth. And so I loved that. I'm like, wait. And also, y'all, there was this book, you know, my name isn't very common, except I don't know, now I keep seeing it with the internet and stuff. I keep seeing somehow people all of a sudden have my name after being the only one my whole life, you know. And then during COVID, that freaking second COVID mention today, yo. Um, that show Tiger King that everyone's obsessed with, yo. His daughter had my name, and I was like, what the hell? And so if it's like, but I mean, it's my mom did get the name from literally someone else's daughter, so it's not like it was like a once in a lifetime thought of thing. Ew, what the hell? But you know, it's like literally my whole life, like I didn't like my name. I just wanted to be like everybody else. Like, why do I have this name? I want to be, you know, like I want to be like a Ashley or a Jessica or, you know, like a more common name. And then as I started getting older, I really liked it though, because it was like, you know, you can't confuse me with anybody else. Like I am who I am, and like I am an individual, and like there's not another me. And then of course now that I'm like embracing and appreciating that, all of a sudden it's like, oh, here's one here and there, and it's like, damn, okay. But you know what? That still doesn't take away who you are inside and your spirit. And a name is just a name. Get into that. A name is something we answer to and are called that we didn't even choose. But that's why I like wonton, because that I did choose. Um, but my mom actually got the name from the chick that danced in the Whitesnake music video. Her name was Tawny Katan, and that is where the name came from. And show, and there's my love of rock and roll and 80s music, right? Dude, that really Hannah Montana really gives, dude, because she really was rocking and rolling. Like, yo, we were like, I want to be a rock star. Like, yo, it's so sick. And then it's so funny because like literally that's how Miley Cyrus is. She is a rock star. She loves rock and roll. Like she's done whole albums like of her own, like a female rocker. That's so crazy. And we all love a good oldies 80s hit. I've been like around the world with that. Y'all will see that on my Spotify too. Like I had yeah, I have like the older ones of like I don't even know, like when I was younger, you know, the ones that everybody likes, and then now the ones that I appreciate like from a different lens, and realizing which ones are still freaking awesome, but that I hear from a whole totally different perspective. Even that's with any music though. We've talked about that before. Like any art, it just changes over time as you change over time and your perspectives change over time. Okay, y'all, look, I've been using this Burt's Bees hand salve. Don't knock it. On my face. Because look, if it's for nourishing areas, it's all natural and for nourishing areas and made of botanical oils and herbs and blah 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 blah. So if it's moisturized, it says soften dry hands and other areas that need extra moisturizing. Well, my face needs extra moisturizing. So I'm gonna put it on there. And it smells like you just smell the essential oils. Girl. But I like what it does to my face. Like, it just makes my face like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it makes like anything. It is just good sensory wise. I keep coming back to the sensory, but it is good like sensory wise. I like the feel of it and like how it feels very protectant of my skin. Like if anything like irritating comes around it, or like, like a speck of dust or something, like I can easily see it and remove it. Like I like it. Maybe that's just what wax does. I don't know. If y'all have never done like when you put candle wax, like when you get pedicures and stuff, and at home pedicures too, like the candle wax on your feet and the bags and stuff, that's what it gives. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. I forgot about our stickers. You know what it is? You know what? We're gonna play it. We're gonna play it. Some of this and that. Oh, dude. So the bookstore where I got these stickers though, they were playing this playlist, and I was like, y'all know I appreciate someone with good music taste, a good playlist, and I was like, what is going on here? Like, I need that in my life. I didn't know that I liked acoustics so much, and they had this acoustic piano version playlist, and I was like, I need that. And I was like, dude, the chat's gonna appreciate this so much. And so that's what we're about to play. While I show y'all the rest of these stickers. Yeah, Loki. Wait, top artists this month: Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, J. Cole, Taylor Swift. Honorable mentions of Nick Jonas and the Black Eyed Peas. Yo, yo. Because that was the last album listen we did together, right? Was Nick Jonas's album. So good. And I still keep coming back to that. It literally warms the heart so much. It literally will soften my heart and like melt it like that. But y'all, as I was in my with myself this week, y'all know I listened to the fall off. I was commenting all up on the YouTube on J. Cole's and his trunk sale videos and all that too. Like the one where he has the interview with the guy at the Nike store, like or like conversation conversation interview with the guy at the Nike store, bro. Because I really did take two separate listens to sit through that. Like I listened to disc 1 at night and did my coloring. I didn't even finish, but I started my coloring and like went through that and was like, this is heavy. And then disc 2 I did one morning when I woke up and was having a nice little homemade tea latte thing and had a little foot massage going on and was like, this is what I'm gonna. And dude, all I'm gonna say is the same thing I commented on one of the videos. I'm gonna say what that song what if healed something in my heart, healed something in my soul. You know, we talk about music being so healing and helping you process and feel things and understand. And while there was a lot of triggering stuff for me in the album, um, it just helps you understand, you know, different people's ways of thinking and perspectives and understand, you know, that it has nothing to do with you. And also just helps you, you know, from, you know, helps you that song helped me receive like a, you know, an understanding and an apology that, you know, I don't really need now and I was never going to get, but I don't really need. Um, and it helped me just release that. And I love how also with that interview, he said, you know, with that interview at the Nike store, like he said, like 29 years old, like, you know, because I really wasn't, I was too young to like, I was in it, like listening to his music at the time. Like, you know, I didn't see his start off. Like I didn't hear his mixtape in the beginning. Like I wasn't there for that. I was there, like, you know, when he was getting out there, when he was getting famous, when he was like really in his come up and stuff like that. And so going back to his mixtape, the first song I played when I started out, uh, when I came on with y'all today, was "The Rags to Riches." But like he said, you know, I didn't know he was 29 years old out of college when he started his career, and not on that is obviously I exactly identify with that. You know, it's been for me these last couple of years of healing and realizing and coming into what I want to do and locking in and having these goals and dreams and visions. But he said, like, you know, I'm 29, like, this is what, like, I'm putting it all into this, like, this is my dream, these are my goals, this is my visions, this is what I'm going after. Like, and then he left, like, his old life behind, and what wasn't anymore. And then he said, like, you know, through these albums, like, this fall off was the last one, like, I don't have, like, the story of Jermaine Cole is is dead now, it's over. And so I took all that in my own personal understanding and like, you know, like the last 29 years, like the understanding of who I was, all those stories and narratives and what was or wasn't, like all that is gone. It's over. And I'm moving forward and locking in and going after my goals and dreams and visions in a new life because the world is only going forward and we're creating it every day. Hey. Period. And we will. Triumph. Thank you. Thank you. We are manifestors. We are dreamers. We are believers. And we are locked the frick in. Now, oh yeah, my bad, y'all. I forgot. We were looking for the acoustic playlist. Wait, top songs, top songs. Love on Top, Ready for Love, Future Lovers, Barbie Dangerous. Okay, PF2, they're still streaming? Yeah, we are. We are, thank you. Which reminds me, I wonder, look, what is up with NM6? What is up with Nicki Minaj 6? For the barbs out there. With the ones keeping their ears close to the ground. Okay, let me know. Okay? So, you know, look. I was away for a minute. So I didn't have my ears close to the ground. What I do get is from my fellow barbs. And then the tidbits that I do see. Because y'all, when I'm not creating or streaming, I try to stay off of social media and my phone and stuff because I get, very distracting. But so what I do know is what I get from my fellow mutuals, okay? And those in the Juan fam, okay? And if you're not part of the Juan fam Discord, y'all, hey, thanks for the follows. If y'all are not part of the Juan fam Discord, y'all, that too. The link is, all the links are in my link tree. Let me know. Let me know. Oh. Okay. So we got our original cutie, our lion, our tattered tag team lion. And then I loved this. Okay. We got Hermione with Umbridge in the ball, and she said, "The only way is rebellion." The only way is rebellion. Oh, y'all can't really see the writing, but okay. Badass, right? Look. Smart, wise, getting rid of the snooty, fruity control freaks. Period. And then I had to get the stag because literally that was Harry manifesting his power and his light to save him from the Dementors that were stealing his soul. And so that's what we are, chat. Ultimate manifestors, bringing light and power to ourselves to save us from the Dementors and anything stealing our souls. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And then we got Luna Lovegood, extraordinary. Extraordinary. Yeah, extraordinary. We're past ordinary. We are Luna. I love it. So yeah, those were the stickers. I feel like they're so precious. I don't want to like. Okay, we can put one on the laptop now actually, because I just realized I don't have to put them all on the outside cover, right? I can put one right here on the inside. If I can get it off. Mother. Oh, which one did y'all like the best though? Which ones did y'all like the best? The Luna, the Hermione, the stag, the lion, or the OG? So like the character memes, the animals, or the symbols? I think, you know, oh yeah, one thing I did find out though was that I guess like the Lunar New Year like is more like the feminine New Year. That was pretty cool. I didn't know like all these different terms. But yeah, it is fun exploring and learning new things. I think it's just literally when people tell you like one thing is the end all be all, or how to think, or how to feel, or minimize your feelings. That's what I don't like. And that is kind of, why I avert from like while I do enjoy spirituality and the inner essence and religion and I read my Bible and I personally believe, Jesus and follow in Jesus and believe in God and all that. Um, it's hard to be in areas and groups and stuff that are like, these are the rules, this is what's right, this is what's wrong, this is what you believe, this is what you don't. Any kind of essence of that. Whether it's the fruity out in the world, woo woo, or the, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I enjoy the space that I create, because I do want us to be free to, to have all of our own thoughts and feelings and enjoy all of our beliefs and honor those in our own ways. And I want to find more places that do that. Because it is nice to have resonance rather than cold and detached, robotic. Okay, we're going to go with that one sticker for right now. The rest I'm going to save. The rest I'm going to save. A Big Draco. Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting that I keep forgetting y'all that my mirror is kind of jankled. I did give it a nice good glass cleaning though, and it looks so much better. I don't know why I didn't think of the fact that hello glass cleaner, like mirror cleaner, works even on the small mirrors too. Okay. I don't. Okay. Ooh. Continue with the moisturizing. And this is actually like a rice. I feel like I still feel that mask. Maybe it really did do something. Maybe it really did do something. I think it did. Okay, guys, are y'all ready to see the bronzer drops in action? I'm telling you, shook me. Actually, before I do those though, I want to show y'all the books I got from the library because, okay, and I found some other books too. I found some other books there too that I was shook. Like, it was just a whole exploration journey. It really was. Like, like like I've never really looked at the newer books, right? Like all the old ones and the classic ones, the ones you're supposed to read, but it's like seeing the newer ones, like the fun ones, like, you know, it it was exciting. And there was a whole book in there called Taylor's Version, and it was like Love Stories Taylor's Version, and it was written by other Swifties. It was written by other Swifties, and it was so just Taylor coded, and it was like all with the different albums and music and literally like all the fun little Swifty things, like things that make us fans and stuff. Like it made it all throughout the book and made it so fun. And like I started reading it and it was just so good. But I had to put it down because I was like I can't be too distracted. But it was really good and I definitely recommend it. I definitely recommend it to anybody, to any girly. Um Not just Swifties, like any girlies. It was good. Um, but the book I had originally went in there for, because I found it at Barnes and Noble, and then I was like, okay, I wonder if the library has it. Okay. Um, but it was just very hopeful because I started because I love her podcast too, and she's been another inspiration to me in these last couple of years, for real. Just as a powerful, like strong, confident woman and mother. And humble human. Just someone to aspire. Wait a minute. Not someone editing it. What? Or writing notes in here. What is even that? I think that's Spanish. What was it that I had started reading it though, and I was like, okay, I gotta go get this book. Yeah, literally, someone was writing things in Spanish. What the heck? Oh, they were writing like vocabulary words in Spanish from different random words in here. That's interesting. Cuidado, disturbios, atradios. There was a specific part that I had wanted to I was gonna read to y'all, but I can't find it right now. But it just it just made me like I was like I need to get that book. Oh, here's where it is. Very inspirational is what it is. For me is, because as I said, letting the past go and reinventing and refinding who I am and who I want to be, like that's literally like it's literally called becoming. And then I was thinking about this because it's so funny because when I was growing up, like me, we used to always joke around and be like, "That's not becoming. That's not very ladylike. And it's not very blah 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 blah." Like. But now this is in a positive way of like you're becoming like who you are becoming. And that has been my goal and my journey along with y'all and like and just myself in life too and like in the last couple years. Yeah. I mean, and I think all of us have been at that point or one way or another. And like it's just a universal thing of all of us, as a human finding yourself and who you want to be and who you want to continue to grow into, not just staying one thing. But so she said, and this is so, and it's so interesting because with someone so powerful and for this to be such like a universal feeling, it helps you really feel less alone. So she said, I've been a bride, a stressed out new mother, a daughter torn up by grief, and until recently, I was First Lady of the United States of America. A job that's not officially a job, but that nonetheless has given me a platform like nothing I could have imagined. It challenged me and humbled me, lifted me up and shrank me down, sometimes all at once. I'm just beginning to process what took place over the last years. From the moment in 2006 when my husband first started talking about running for president to the cold morning this winter when I climbed into a limo with Melania Trump, accompanying her to her husband's inauguration. It's been quite a ride. When you're First Lady, America shows itself to you in extremes. I've been to fundraisers in private homes that look more like art museums, houses where people own bathtubs made of gemstones. I've visited families who lost everything in Hurricane Katrina and were tearful and grateful just to have a working refrigerator and stove. I've encountered people I find to be shallow and hypocritical, and others, teachers and military spouses, and so many more, whose spirits are so deep and strong it's astonishing. And I've met kids, lots of them, all over the world, who crack me up and fill me with hope, and who blessedly managed to forget about my title once we started rooting around in the dirt of a garden. Since stepping reluctantly into public life, I've been held up as the most powerful woman in the world and taken down as an angry black woman. I've wanted to ask my detractors which part of the phrase matters to them most. Is it angry, or black, or woman? I've smiled for photos with people who called my husband horrible names on national television, but still wanted a framed keepsake for their mantle. I've heard about the swampy parts of the internet that question everything about me, right down to whether I'm a woman or a man. A sitting U.S. congressman has made fun of my butt. I've been hurt, I've been furious, but mostly I've tried to laugh this stuff off. There's still a lot I don't know about America, about life, about what the future may bring. But I do know myself. My father, Fraser, taught me to work hard, laugh often, and keep my word. My mother, Marion, showed me how to think for myself and use my voice. Together in our cramped apartment on the south side of Chicago, they helped me see the value in our story, in my story, in the larger story of our country, even when it's not pretty or perfect, even when it's more real than you want it to be. Your story is what you have and what you will always have. It is something to own. So when I when I read that, I was like, I gotta go get that book. I gotta go get that book. Because, these have been things that I have been realizing and circling with and understanding as well as somebody that doesn't have a specific bubble or a set role to play, is people base you off of their own understanding. So if you're not a teacher or a wife or a mother or, they don't know how to treat you. Like people just they don't interact from the spirit. They interact by their understanding of people's roles and what that can get them or do for them. And so the part of knowing who you are and standing firm in that and believing, in yourself and having respect and care for yourself is what, overrides anybody's opinions, whether it's, them lifting you up and, putting you on a pedestal or them putting you down, trying to put you beneath them. Like, staying grounded in who you know yourself to be and who God says you are and who you're becoming. But yeah, I really got to read the book. I'm like, I kept, I got these amazing books and I'm definitely going to have to extend my time with them. Now the second book I got, that was my inspiration, right? Inspiration, like mindful, sophisticated. And then this was the fun, okay, Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn Reckoning. Okay. And these are DC books, and I had no idea because look, this takes a totally different spin on Harley Quinn. This takes a totally different spin. I literally was like, oh my gosh, like I love like y'all, when I stumbled upon it, I was like and then I read the inside of the book and I was like but experience that, man, now I want to go to Six Flags. Experience the thrilling origin story of a supervillain. And also, y'all, this is so crazy because this was dead, like, it's that alignment, dude. It really is that alignment. Because this was dead at, like, my own past, right, life experience, and also but also like a new twist. Like it's just so cool. Let me tell you about what it and again, it's something we can all relate to as girlies, okay? We can all relate to. Um, and it's just fun. So when Harleen Quinzel scores an internship in a psych lab at Gotham University, she's desperate to make a discovery that will land her a college scholarship and help her escape her abusive father. But when Harleen witnesses how women are treated across STEM departments and experiences harassment herself, she decides that revenge is more important than her own dreams. Harleen finds her place in the Reckoning, an intoxicating girl gang whose members create chaos to inspire change. When Harleen falls for another girl in the gang, it seems she's finally found her true passions. But when one of the gang members is murdered and a terrifying conspiracy is uncovered, will she choose her future or will she choose vengeance? The first story in a new trilogy, Harleen's journey from revenge-obsessed teenager to hardcore justice seeker is a rage-filled explosion of glitter and glee that you won't want to put down. Okay? And I like that too because instead of just like, her and the Joker, like it was a totally different perspective. And it would like, and it gives like girl boss, like friend group. Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, y'all know the vibes. Yeah, yeah. So very, very much empowering, fun energy. Okay. Fabulous. Fabulous. Oh yeah. So those are our books and our stickers. And let me know. Let me know if y'all want to know more about how the book turns out, or if y'all get the book, or if you've already read it and have thoughts, like we can talk about it. Have our own little book club. Have our own book club meeting sesh with the Juan fam. Okay. I love it. I love it. Um, okay, so these bronzer drops. Now, I don't know if I should put them on, to be honest, because I did need to, y'all, I have been slacking. I've been slacking with keeping up with like look, y'all know. Okay, so I'll do my 5K run, and then I'll slack off, and then I'll get back on it, and then it's like it's so hard to keep up with it all, bruh. But what I do appreciate about the consistency is I don't give up like for long. Like I get back to it. So it's like, we stay consistent, we stay locked in. Like this past break that I took for this last week, like this was this was the longest break I had taken from streaming in a year. And so same with, the exercising routine. And usually, I still make sure to be intentional moving my body in other forms too. And I think that's the point, right? Is us just staying intentional and consistent with what we do and are able to achieve. Like not just completely giving up or ignoring it. We continue. We continue to rise. We continue to move forward. And I just realized I'm also wearing white. Look, we're gonna do the bronzer drops though because I want y'all to see that I was so serious. Like, it really does work. Here, I'm gonna take off the mic though. Take out the mic. There we go. Alright. Y'all ready to see this? Okay. Okay. I don't know if you will really be able to tell. Frick. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, chill. I don't know, actually, I don't know if I put too much on this time. I'm scared to like run out of it or use too much though. Oh, frick. Okay. Alright. So I put on like, see, it literally is like, I'm sure if you've used like for the makeup girlies who have used like a liquid bronzer, like that's probably what it is. But I've never used liquid, I've only used powder. But this is literally like look. It gives like the self tanner. And I've used so many different types of self tanner. Like the Loving Tan at Ulta and then J-Lo's tanner. Her tanner smelled really good though. It smelled like cotton candy. I will be honest though, my favorite was the, I forget, I think it's called Loving Tan. The brown and pink one. I don't even know if they still have that though. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't know if it'll look as dark as it usually does for me in the bathroom, but it yeah. Girl, gotta make sure to get those ears, get the neck. Thank you. It really comes off smooth though the more you rub it in. Crap, I don't want to get this shirt. I really don't. Oh frick, I think I already did. Shoot. Yeet. Okay. Okay. I say that I know I can. Who said I could be 10 feet tall? I say. Oh my gosh.
gotta rub it in like this though, because honey, when you when you have had streaks before and stuff like that, oh, you do not play. What all the literally anybody that's used self tanner knows. But I was just thinking, I didn't even realize, like, you know, anybody who's done, like, what do they call it, like the beauty competitions and stuff like that. You know, I saw one of those in real life once. It was at this, like, it's like a strawberry shortcake festival. I remember this. It was like out in, like, it was out away from where I'm at, and it was the first time I'd ever seen one in real life instead of on TV. And I just thought it was so, like, I thought it was really awesome, the pageant, and I was like, I want to do that, I want to be a part of it. But also I was nervous because I was like, oh, but you'd have to have like a talent, be on stage and stuff. But it really was cool. But, you know, understanding it now, like, judging people from looks from a young age, that's not good for self-esteem or values or any of that. You're literally judging people off of their looks like they're cattle. There she goes, talking about the cattle again. But yeah. Which that was one of the things too, though, was seeing Honey Boo Boo and her transition, and, like, you know, from being a kid that was pushed out on TV like that and to do all that stuff, and, you know, her and her sisters finding their own footing in their own lives and getting away from their, you know, their toxic parents, it looks like. That was inspiring. That was another thing during COVID that I was like, dude, it just, you know, shows breaking generational cycles. I feel like that's actually good. I kind of do want it a little tanner than usual, right? I'm gonna have to look. Yeah, that turned out nice. But yeah, see? Mitch, those bronzer drops. W's. Okay. I told y'all I was not lying. I was not lying a bit. Ow. Chat, but don't go telling everybody. This is between us. We can talk about the books and the stickers with everybody, but bronzer drops, that's our secret. That's our secret. That is between the Juan fam. Okay, that's better. Period. I hope that doesn't make it run off. Nice. Oh yeah, going back to it though, y'all, if y'all, back to the fall off, if y'all want to let me know what your favorite song was from the fall off, because I think the other one too was who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you? Anytime I run into egotistical people, like that came on the radio after one of my little outings, and I was like, these mother. Did you? And then the song came on, and I was like, yeah! Yeah! Bitch! What the fuck? Yeah. Hold on. Let me wash off my hands.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Texans enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to get Texas-sized savings. Kroger, Texas proud since 1955. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save big on your favorites with the Buy 5 or More, Save $1 each sale. Simply buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Low-key looking in the mirror, it was a little, we still are a little darker than I usually would be, but I feel like I'm just not used to, like, I feel like it's really not as dark as I think, because I do this with makeup a lot too. Like, I think, oh, it's so dark, it's so this, but then later I see in pictures or something and I'm like, wait a minute, it's not that dark at all. I'm just not used to it. Like, you know, we get used to our eye get used to the blandness and the plainness, you know? But it's like, no, you can have some color. It's okay. Yeah. I feel like I do that with a lot of things, though. like literally when I think that I'm being too much or doing too much, it's like I look back or see later and it's like you like literally we're barely even doing, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that is a gift of being able to, like, you know, our phones and record things and videos and stuff, is because you can see later that what you were so worried about, what you thought was such a big deal or something, it's like, wait a minute, either you should do more of that, or, you know, like it really wasn't as big of a deal as you thought it was in your head. And for most people that do think it is a big deal or something, they're just usually lame. Or robotic. Skiddly skirt. Put in the work. Period. Neurodivergent be like, period. Okay. Moisture push. Literally a hole. Get ready with me. Hippie hinchish. Hippie hinchish. Interesting. One thing I did want to do though, stay up. There we go. When I was cleaning out my stuff, I got rid of things and I found different things, and I found some eyeshadow palettes, y'all. I found it was the old Naked palettes, and dude, that gold half-baked, gone. Gold was always my favorite eyeshadow color. Favorite. See what I mean about these acoustics though? Or like piano, non-lyrical, yeah, all of it just very much gives.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're...
Oh. Shimmer. Alright, dude, this is my new favorite, is to mix the lippy with that lip oil. It gives, because it's like the nude and then the like natural hot pink